Good morning, students. So here again I am with you with your third class of English. Now, as you know, in your first class we have done parts of speech, and in parts of speech we have completed noun that day. Okay. So now we will continue that topic, and today we will move on to the next topic of parts of speech. So before starting, I want to tell you something. Okay. Now the thing is that I want to write 5 lines about my friend. Okay. I will write 5 lines now. Like, Ram is my friend. Ram is a good boy. Ram likes to eat fruits. Ram likes to play. Ram is an honest boy. Okay, so these are the 5 lines which I have written about Ram. Okay, now read these lines. Ram is my friend, Ram is a good boy, Ram likes to eat fruits, Ram likes to play, Ram is an honest boy. Okay, in these 5 lines, we are repeating this word again and again. Ram, Ram, Ram. Right? And repetition of this word is not looking good. Right? So, how can we replace these words? Okay, in place of Ram, can we write here he? Can we write here he? Yes, obviously we can write he in place of Ram. So, what are these words called? Okay, what are these words called? So, here we are with our new topic, that is pronoun. Here we are with our new topic, that is pronoun. So, by seeing this example, what can you make the conclusion? You can make the conclusion that the word which can be used, in place of noun, that is called pronoun. Okay, so if we'll move on to definition, what you can write? A word that can be used in place of noun is called pronoun. Okay, so what is the main thing here? That the word which can be used in place of noun. It means a pronoun will always take the place of noun. Okay, now after seeing the definition, we will move on to various types of noun. There are various types of noun. Now what are those types of noun? We will see here one by one. Okay, types of pronoun. Basically there are 9 types of pronoun. Okay, but in today's class we are going to discuss only 4 types of pronoun. Okay, so what are the 4 types of pronoun that we will discuss today? I'll write it here. So first one which we will discuss today is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun. The second one which we will discuss today is possessive pronoun. The third one which we will discuss today is reflexive pronoun. And the fourth one which we will discuss today is emphatic pronoun. There are basically 9 types of pronoun, but in today's class we are going to discuss these 4 types of pronoun in this class. Okay, so let's move on to the first type of pronoun, that is personal pronoun. By seeing the name, okay, what can you say? This name means personal. Personal means the pronoun which can be used in place of person or thing. Okay, so if I write the definition of personal pronoun, what can I write? The pronoun which is used in place of any person or anything is called personal pronoun. If you see the example, what are the pronouns that we can use in place of person? Example, he, she, it. Okay, etc. These are the pronouns which can be used in place of person, which can be used in place of animals, and which can be used in place of thing. Okay, so we can make the conclusion that the pronoun which is used in place of person, animal or thing is termed as personal pronoun. Okay, now the most important thing about personal pronoun is that it changes its form when it is used as subject and when it is used as object. Okay, so we'll see the table here. Now, for studying personal pronoun, first we have to know that there are three persons in grammar. That is first person, second person and third person. Now, what do you mean by first person, second person and third person? So, you can remember it in very easy way. First person means speaker. Okay, whoever is the speaker of the sentence is termed as first person. Second person means listener. Okay, whoever the speaker is talking to is known as second person. And third person means about whom it is being talked. Okay, about whom we talk. Okay, so you can remember it in this way, that first person is always the speaker, second person is always the listener, and third person is about whom we talk in the sentence. Now, the persons can be either singular or plural. If we'll talk about singular first person, okay, if we'll talk about singular first person, then what will be the singular first person? I. And if I'll talk about plural first person, what will be the plural first person? We. Okay, now these both words are used as subject. Okay, now if I talk about second person, obviously second person is the listener. So who will be the listener? The person who is standing in front of me, right? So second person is you. Now the very important thing about second person is that this will not change its form. Like you is also used in singular form and the same word can be used in plural form too. Okay, now third person. Third person means about whom we are talking in the sentence. So it can be he, she, it. Okay, this is singular first person, right? Now if I'll talk about plural first person, third person, what I'll say? They. Okay, if I'll talk about singular first person, that is I. If I'll talk about plural first person, that is we. If I'll talk about singular second person, that is you. And singular plural second person is also you. Singular third person is he, she, it, and plural third person is they. Now these all terms, okay, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, these words are always used as subject. Okay, these words are always used as subject. Now what if I want to use these words as object? Right, if I want to use this word at the end of the sentence, so what I will use? Okay, what will be the case, what will be the words when we want to use it as object? Now see, the first person, for I, the objective case of I will be me. Okay, the objective case of we will be us. The objective case of you, okay, will be say. Your. Now, if I talk about the objective case of third person, he, she, it, in place of he, we will use his. In place of she, we will use her. In place of it, we will use it. And what about they? We will use them. So, these pronouns are also personal pronouns. Okay, these pronouns are also personal pronouns. What is the difference? These pronouns will be used as subject and these pronouns are used as object. So you can say that personal pronoun changes its form when it is used as subject and when it is used as object. Okay. So So once again I am recalling it. Personal pronoun is the pronoun that is used in place of any person or thing. The personal pronoun changes its form when it is used as subject and when it is used as object. Okay. Now if we move on to second type of pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. Now what do you mean by possessive pronoun? Possessive pronoun means the word which shows the possession. Okay. Possession means ownership. The words which shows the possession of anything, that is called possessive pronoun. You can also say that possession means ownership. Okay. Now, what we can say? His. This pen is his. Okay. So, his is showing the possession. Right. So, it will be called as possessive pronoun. Okay. Now, if I move on to third type of pronoun, that is reflexive pronoun. Now, what is reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronoun means the pronoun, okay, ending with, generally you will get the pronoun which is ending with self, okay, S-E-L-F, self, or S-E-L-V-E-S, self, herself, himself, themselves, right? So the word which will end with self or selves is termed as reflexive pronoun. Okay, now what can be the definition of reflexive pronoun? When the action done by the subject falls upon the subject. What I have said, when the action done by the subject falls upon the subject, then it is termed as reflexive pronoun. Now let's see the example. If I see example, I hurt myself. I hurt myself. So what is the subject of the sentence? I. What is the action in this sentence? Hurt. This is action. Okay. Now, on whom the action is affecting? The effect of hurt is on whom? I. And I is the subject of the sentence. Okay. So, we can say if the effect of action falls on the subject, then this word, this pronoun will be termed as reflexive pronoun. Again, I am telling you, if the effect of action falls on the subject, then it is termed as reflexive pronoun. Okay, reflexive pronoun will generally end with self or selves. If it is singular, it will end with self. If it is plural, it will end with selves. Okay, now the last pronoun which we are going to discuss today is emphatic pronoun. Now, what is emphatic pronoun? In emphatic pronoun also, it will end with self and selves. Okay, emphatic pronoun will also end with self and self. Now, you will get a confusion that, ma'am, how we will differentiate between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. Right? So, see example here. When the action done by the subject, does not affect the subject, then it is termed as emphatic pronoun. If I see the example, I am writing here, example, I killed the tiger myself. I killed the tiger myself. In this example, what is the subject? I is the subject. What is the action? Killed is the action, right? Now, who is being killed here? The tiger is being killed, right? So the effect of action is on tiger. It is not on subject. So in this case, we can say that myself is emphatic pronoun. So what is the basic difference between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun? The most important difference is that in reflexive pronoun, the effect of action will fall on the subject. The subject will be affected by the action. In that case, we will call it as reflexive pronoun. But in emphatic pronoun, the subject will not be affected by the action. In that case, we will call it as emphatic pronoun. Okay. So, for today, your assignment is, you will write the definition of pronoun, and after